I got a donation from Streamlabs. It says the Beard Barian for $2. Free bird. Scrub.
Yeah, this is Freebird.
You're a good boy, Scrub. That was good. That was a good thing. Here's $1.
Thanks, man. Glad I could help.
Let's see. Bo Hicka for 5 says Kronos and American Pride. Please start making Andy free cuts of the Kumite.
No.
Fuck that.
Now you catching on.
Stop the car.
What happened? What, did you have fun pushing? Did you have fun pushing Toad?
Yes. Toad, continue to play introspective music in the background. Just keep it going back there. Just keep it going.
You just called Scrub Toad.
Scrub is Toad.
He's right.
You need to get up on your lore, failure. You need to learn about your family. And dearly beloved. We're
Look who it is.
Talk
Mr.
about some truth.
This motherfucker's just playing the first 2 fucking parts of Every Rose Has a Thorn over and over.
Okay.
On the side.
Look who it is. It's
Huh?
Mr. I want to meet everyone in real life.
Oh, fuck no. No, it's for real. Hold it down. I'm gonna. Jeez, AP. It's time to talk about JF. It's time to talk. Time
All
to
right,
find
talk about JF. Go ahead.
because I have not paid that much attention until I don't know. Pretty much over the weekend, everybody wants to tell me everything. I had already told you a good bit about it. There was one really good bit that I noticed that apparently he is harped upon you at. Andy, JF has tried to throw it at you that if it goes too much in one direction, you will lose viewers, and that will be an issue. Do you
This
believe
fucking
that?
music is annoying.
Do you believe it?
If I go too much in one direction, will you explain to me?
No. If you lean away from, I don't know, talking about the same shit, then all of a sudden your audience shall leave. Do you really think that's the case?
No, not at all.
Do you really think that high IQ any fucking thing is what people come to for entertainment?
No, 100% not.
Okay.
That's why we've added segments. The high IQ stuff it brings a different audience.
No, it will all bring a different audience.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You guys have a good dynamic. Great even.
Yeah.
Do you know what ruins the dynamic?
What? Black people?
They probably don't help.
Okay.
What probably doesn't
I'm
help
kidding.
the stream is that you two don't fucking get together and you just say, look, this is what's up.
Okay, so what do you mean?
Easy
what
stuff.
Like what's okay.
Easy stuff. Great example. The thing that happened with Ralph.
Okay, yeah.
That was retarded.
With how JF acted?
Well, his
Maybe-
reaction. I think it's a good it's a nice capsule. I think it's a nice capsule.
Well, I told them, like, I'm gonna have whoever I want on the show. If they're gonna offend you, quote unquote, then you have to leave if I'm gonna have them on. And he says he'll
It's not
tolerate
that.
people.
It's not just that. All right. That was that incident that was annoying too. But look at the part where he's like, I won't play this on your show because I haven't reviewed it. And that's just not true.
But I forced them to have to accept
Even if you did, that was a bullshit thing to even bring up. He had reviewed it. He had heard it the night before.
Oh, you think he did?
I don't just think he did. He said he did. He said that he had heard how everything went the night before. So he did.
He said that he heard me and you, like he heard the end. So
if he heard you say the things that he heard you say, then he heard that recording.
Oh, I agree. He was being a little bitch there.
That was just dumb.
I said it to his face. Yeah, I said
the thing where he turned around and he kicks Ralph out because Ralph says, "Oh, it's not your show." That immediate knee-jerk reaction of, "Okay, well, I've got to kick him. I've got to show that it is my show," when it's not his show.
Not at all. Yeah.
He turned into the fucking manager who starts flexing their fucking muscles when they think the owner of the store's turned their back. Calm down.
No,
that's what has to happen with him. That's it.
So you're saying I have to, like explain to him ASAP. Hey, if you do that again, you're off the show. Is that what you're saying?
You have to make sure that
like
he understands that co-host does not mean co as in half. It means he's a fucking employee.
No, you're right. You're right. I've told him this too. Well, that's what I was saying to him. I said it live, and I yelled at him for this. I'm like, I'm gonna have whoever I want on my show on. If they make you uncomfortable, you have to leave. And he was like, fine, fair enough. Like, but he's like, I'll tolerate Ralph. And I'm like, yeah, he's gonna have, like, no matter who I want on.
No, I feel you.
Because like, I'm not gonna have a show where I'm like, oh, I'm scared
of
the
one who was trying to explain to you that you two have a great dynamic.
No, and I love our dynamic.
I was talking you like you were leaning more toward let's get rid of him a couple weeks ago. No, I didn't. I don't want you two to split.
Yeah, me.
But he has to know his role.
Yeah,
and it's that simple. JF has to know his role.
No, I agree. Because here's the thing is, he was trying to call out the people I bring on as, the low IQ, non-intellectual conversations. So he starts on his like tirade live the other day. And I was like, and he's like, oh, low IQ. And I'm like, how about you guys? At least my low IQ buddies were funny and we're chilling. You guys like don't know comedy and it's not as entertaining. And like,
that's not.
I called out his point. I like both. The thing is, I like JF. I like working with him.
Hold on. He doesn't have to learn how to do comedy. I think the best part of the dynamic between you and JF
100%
is how you're fun. You're bouncing off the fucking walls, and he is the straight man, and that is why it works.
Yeah.
You guys have a great dynamic when he's rocking and rolling and going with it.
100%. I agree.
But when he's not fucking rolling with it, he comes off like somebody's cringy fucking. I don't know. I don't even know the fucking word. He just comes off lame.
No.
He'll go back and forth with people until they say something, and then all of a sudden, they gotta go, or something like that. But I'm not against him, blocking people on Twitter. I block people on Twitter all the time to get them to try to come on a stream. I get that. I get that kind of shit. I get it. It's the kicking Ralph out of a fucking stream because
I got annoyed.
He was challenged on an authority that he did not have.
Yeah.
He did not have that authority.
That's why I was mad.
He gets challenged on it, and he flexes an authority he doesn't fucking have.
I agree with you. That's why I got mad at him.
All he had to fucking do, just say something back. Just talk some shit back to Ralph. You would have been back 5 seconds later. None of that shit would have ever been any kind of anything. Would have been no big deal. Nothing would have came of it. But because of that, it ends up being like kind of a 2-day thing with your shit. Like him and Ralph have to get things patched back up. And then fucking just the audiences act ridiculous. And I don't know, I'll see a lot of people who say shit like, hey, Andy, be careful. Don't do it. You be careful. JF made you, this isn't the shit on JF. This is to fucking make sure you're not a fucking schmuck.
Oh, yeah.
If JF made you, then I'm very curious as to why his number is where it is and yours is where it is. I'm very curious as to why things do better on your channel. And if the high IQ thing is doing so much gangbusters for people's channels, why has the Kumite done nothing but go on a straight uptick since this shit started? And things over there have fluctuated so fucking much. We've even moved channels.
Oh, 100%. No, 100%. And here's the thing is, I think the show, in my opinion, is good with me and JF because of this dynamic that's interesting and all that. But that's why I've been, and I continue to put my fucking foot down when I disagree with him. And I did yell at him. I will yell at him if he pisses me off. And I make the executive decisions. That's exactly how it will run. If he wants to get sensitive, I'm not gonna because I've had.
If he wants
meltdowns.
to get sensitive, then maybe blood sports are not for him.
Yeah, see, I've had meltdowns. I've done ridiculous shit. If I got threatened to be kicked off of his show every time I fucked up, you know what I mean? So I have to give that same respect to someone, that to not immediately kick someone off just because I disagree with something. But at the same token, he's gonna have to learn, yo, you better like chill out, because I don't care. If I want someone like Ralph on, you don't want him on. I have to go with my gut feeling and not feel like afraid. Oh, I don't want to upset JF here. That's sort of part of my meltdown, by the way. I felt like if I did piss him off, he'd quit. But now I'm sort of like, yo, if he's gonna quit over me doing something that I want to do, it was gonna happen anyway, right? So I hope he, like, yesterday we had a good dynamic, I think, with Chris Cantwell. Chris Cantwell, we had to take it down that show because
Chris Cantwell's a fucking retard.
Yeah, he was talking about murdering Jewish people with wood chippers.
Yeah, he's
I do not want that.
He looks like every meth addict playing with their fucking truck out in their yard.
He's like, why am I banned off of YouTube?
Because you say stupid, crazy shit.
Yeah, and then smash cut to, I would murder Halsey if he stuck into my white ethno state with a wood chipper. I'm like, look, I'm for free speech, but if you start talking about illegal shit like murdering people on my show, like, what the fuck is wrong? I even asked him, like, do you ever just get tired of, you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, Jewish people?
No.
It's so, like, amazing to me.
Well, no, look.
I called him out last
fucking
night.
life, dude. That's somebody else's fucking. Let him fucking
No,
do that.
guys, for real. You know why I'm fat? The Jews. Blame the Jews.
Probably.
Yeah. You know what he said?
Knows.
Oh my
Too
god!
much time down at Katz's Deli. How did you do that to yourself, man? You got a thing for matzah?
Yo, hang on. You know what he legitimately said, and I just started laughing and calling him out. I called him out last night the entire time. He goes, the black people, they're like, you know, like bashing black people the whole time. And he goes, and you want to know why the black people are so bad? It's not because black people, it's because the Jews. I'm like, are you fucking, this guy is legitimately saying black people are failing because Jewish people. Yes. So funny.
The really dumb guy with dents in his head said really dumb things, Andy.
Unbelievable.
No, I believable it, because somebody had told me who he was like 2 weeks ago. He's a fucking idiot.
He didn't say that, Andy? Yes, he did, Tucker. I was there. I literally laughed at that. He thinks all the issues in the world are because Jewish people.
Hold on. I'm not, I wasn't done with what I was going to say.
Anyway, go ahead.
If you want to bring JF to a fold where you're half and half or whatever, to where he would have half say, then do that.
I'm not though.
Okay, so if you're not, then you probably should tell him who's the captain of the Love Boat.
He's 50-50 in terms of content of the show, but managerial executive decision, it's me.
Well, I'm not trying to get into like all that and like power struggle stuff. If he is the employee and you're the employer, yeah, don't kick people because your feelings got hurt. Don't pretend you run the stream when you don't.
And that's why his explanation was that Ralph was gonna reveal something very private, and
Ralph said specifically that he was not, and he had said it like 10 minutes ago, and JF glossed right over that, and it was no issue. JF is pretending that was part of the thing. That wasn't a thing. I listened to that part over and over with failure. That's bullshit.
I don't know. He's just been a little bit emotional lately.
I can hear that. And everybody has weird times where they get kind of fucking weird. And maybe he's having a weird time. Maybe he's having an emotional time. I can hear that out. But that...
Do you think he has to chill the fuck out?
All right. Yeah, to say the least. Yeah, he needs to chill the fuck out. Definitely needs to chill the fuck out. But beyond that, you can't pull that kind of thing on the... If you guys have a talk off of the air, and it's like, okay, yeah, you can kick people. Cool. But when he randomly takes it upon himself, kicks somebody on air, and you two motherfucker, you have to get into this shit on the air? You look like two schmucks who don't know how to put your fucking show together? You look like... It makes you both look like idiots. Now there's this conflict because you two can't sit down and have a conversation and know who's fucking driving the ship.
Well, it never really occurred to me that I would have to explain to him, don't kick people off. Because, look, I didn't kick off Chris Cantwell when he was being a fucking murderous, psycho, racist fuck.
He's just an idiot. Like, no, nobody's worried about Cantwell. This is all that I'm saying. You do not need to, either one of you, or JF, he seems to be conscious of the things you're not conscious of, and you are conscious of some things that he's not conscious of.
Yeah.
Okay, you know how to not sell it and not look like you've caught on how to not fucking look that way, like you're thin-skinned fucking in that way. What's happening with JF is that he looks really fucking thin-skinned to the extent that he's willing to overstep his bounds, right? Is that beyond his bounds? Have you ever told him he could fucking kick people?
Never.
Okay, he's gonna step beyond his bounds because he doesn't feel comfortable.
Well, I said now, also, I said now, if you're going to kick someone, I need to be there and approve. Like, it has to be like, yes, okay, you've explained yourself. This person deserves to be kicked. I'm there. He thought I was there the whole time. And in his, like what he says that, oh, I thought you were there. I was grabbing a glass of water, right? So I had stepped out.
Back, and as you came back, it had already happened.
Yeah.
Had he thrown one fucking line back.
Camera, though. He can't see me on camera. That's why, because the camera doesn't work for the OBS and for the, what do you call it? And for like the Hangouts. And he doesn't have the show running to save bandwidth, obviously. So for all he knows, I'm there the whole time. So he must have thought I didn't interject. Therefore, he assumed that him saying he'll kick, him out was fine because I didn't interject, but I was grabbing water. I did write on the side chat, hey, I'll be back in a minute, just grabbing water. But sometimes he doesn't read the side chat until later, right? So
fine.
that's his thinking. I was there.
Well, not that, but that doesn't.
But again,
matter.
why is he kicking people in your stream?
Yeah, I have a feeling there wasn't a communication between the whole. Well, is this your? This isn't your
Can I
fucking
kick
stream,
people
right?
from your stream? Like,
Oh no, he just said, "This isn't your fucking stream, right?" And he's like, "I will show you how it is my stream," and he kicks him out.
Mm-hmm. Well,
You two have to get together so that you look like you know what the fuck's going on.
I know
You
what the fuck is going on. That's why
You don't know. You don't know what's going on if that's what happens.
he doesn't know what's going on. That's the thing.
Andy, chill. You have to get together with him, be it off air or wherever the fuck you want to do it, and talk and get it through employee employer. If you want to let him kick people, let him know he can kick people. If he's not allowed to kick people, then you put that shit out there. You can't. Neither one of you need to look like buffoons doing not a damn thing. Okay, this was not worth the goofy shit that it caused. And it was all because things get uncomfortable for some people. And when they get uncomfortable for those certain fucking people, they just fucking go. And that's fine. I mean, if it gets to where he's got to be like, okay, I can't be around, cool. If that's how you want to do. But I think JF can handle this shit. I think JF was smart enough to throw something back at Ralph that day. I think he was smarter than the situation that everyone ends up in because he just wants to flex a little. Does that make sense?
No, I agree with you, but here's the thing that he's gonna have to deal with. Look, there could be conversations, there could be behind the scenes stuff. I'm still trying to figure this whole show thing out in the first place, right? The thing is, if he is going to pull shit like that, the consequence for him will be me yelling at him and doing what I want to do.
Hold on. See,
and he understands that, though. He understands that, if I'm pissed off about something, I will say it. I'm not going to hold it in, and I'm not going to bend over backwards for anyone. And you're right. He has to ask me, is this legit to do? And if he's going to go behind my back, I will yell at him.
I don't think he goes behind your back. I don't think this was meant as a go behind your back.
Yeah,
I don't think he meant this as anything against you in any way, shape, or form. It didn't go that far in the thought process.
I understand. Yeah.
Andy, I have a question for you, man. Kind of unrelated, but I have to ask because I'm looking at some breaking news. Where were you today at 1:30 Toronto time? Were you with us?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. All right.
Why?
Oh, sorry.
Why?
A Van of Peace incident. I just want to make sure that.
Yeah. No.
Okay, wasn't you? I'm typing to the Toronto police right now that Dworsky was with us the whole time. Go on.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Here's what you have to understand too is like our show is like, in my opinion, I have a blast on the show. I think it's fantastic, all that jazz, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to deal with weird personalities. And I'm sure he finds me weird to a certain extent, sometimes you have to deal with these weird personalities when you're making a great show. I'm not. This whole thing is new to all of us. We're still learning, right? And I think I made myself loud and fucking clear when I yelled at him that day. And you understand?
I didn't see you yelling at him.
Oh,
all right.
I will yell at a motherfucker if I'm pissed off. Now,
the first time I got to
care.
see your show in a while was, I think, the other night was when Camo was on. But again, I watch it and I like the dynamic. The dynamic's still good. You two are just doing great. You bounce off of each other. It's still there. Okay, then I sat there and I watched the shit that happened with Ralph the other night. And it's such avoidable dumb shit that both of you are abundantly. You're both beyond having to be told this shit. You're both smarter than me having to sit you down and be like, why the fuck are you out in the middle of the ring shouting your spots? Why are you out in the middle of the ring having an argument about the end of the match? The audience sees you. You couldn't have had this
I
could be
think-
handled somewhere before.
Here's the thing: is I think that's also part of the show. I know you're disagreeing. Me and him were fine when we were done. Sometimes
When you were done, you were fine. Okay, but is there going to be a time if it blows? Is the boundary enough understood at this point between you two to where he's not going to overstep whatever it is, whether he's now allowed to kick or if he's not? It doesn't matter which one. Whatever your agreement is, to where you're not going to end up yelling at each other over shit that isn't even supposed to be out on the TV.
I look with him. I don't know. That's the thing.
You're both smarter than that.
I think, yeah, okay. I see what you're saying, but here's the thing: is there's no contract. There's nothing written on paper. There's no.
Oh, you guys have a handshake agreement. I know that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But your agreement, do you have an agreement?
No.
Okay, then you two need to hop off of here right now. And you need to hit up your boy, and you two need to talk a lot. And you need to get an agreement.
The thing is, I made my point loud and clear. I don't need to there's nothing to discuss. In my opinion.
Oh, there probably is, because all right,
Like
here's
what?
the thing.
Like, what would be
You come into an agreement, Andy. You come
JF's
into
the
an
guy. You've got to come to the table with the guy who you're talking to. You have to come and hear JF too. You got to hear him out.
I did hear him out. He says he believes, he goes, Ralph was going to reveal some private shit or claimed he would. And then he's like, how did you feel when Baked Alaska told people what you did? And I'm like, fair enough.
Can we just stop agreeing with that? Just because he said that, oh, Ralph was going to reveal private shit. That is not what Ralph said. His words exactly is, I could say things about you.
And yeah, and he thought that was a threat. I'm just saying from his perspective. You know what I mean? I'm being fair with his perspective.
Oh, his perspective is retarded.
Yes, and I'm not saying his perspective is right. I'm just saying his perspective. And I think what he did was wrong. 100%. That's why I told him. That's why I piped up. And I did tell him he was being a little bit too sensitive.
All right. In the context of JF insulting Ralph's work, Ralph saying I could say stuff about you does not imply that he's going to reveal any personal information.
Hold on. Wait,
Is that
he said I could say something about you, but I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Those 3 words at the very end literally make it the opposite of a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He said he won't. Not that I'm even on that. Like, I don't buy that thing.
Like, why is JF? Why is JF allowed to dig at
hold
people?
on, failure. You've had a million years you've went on about JF. Everybody's went on about JF.
Mm.
This is the only thing that has irked me about JF, because don't let it get to where it's just fucking goofy. Either of you.
100%. We know that.
Don't let it get goofy.
Again, it's the growing. That's my opinion with it. It's the growing pains of a show. It's gonna happen. That's what makes the show interesting, is the fact that we don't know 100% about each other or our feeling. He thinks I'm overly emotional, and I think this week he's proved that he's very, very overly emotional. I get emotional over being pissed off at people, and I fucking just go all out, right?
He gets emotional. Your periods, both of you.
Yeah.
Pretty
He
much.
gets overly emotional when people say mean things about him, which I think is fucking ridiculous, because the shit I've dealt with his fucking fans on bashing me constantly, which I'm fine with. They can bash me all they want. I don't fucking care. Now, at first I did. Now I'm like,
pretty
whatever.
easy to take their bashing when they only have 3 insults.
Yeah, the low IQ thing. Where it's funny because my IQ isn't even very low.
Get up, you do.
Guys, my IQ isn't even that low.
It's not even that low. And even if it was,
How
who gives
can
a
you
fuck?
give a shit?
Exactly. Who gives a That's my point. Who gives a fuck? Oh, I have low IQ, whatever. I'm trying to run an entertaining show. I'm not a fucking teacher.
And it's simpler than this.
Fuck yeah.
No, yeah, it's simpler than this. If people cannot insult JF without him freaking out, tell him to chill for like a day or two. That's all you would have to do. Just tell him to chill for a day or two. Come back with a fresh mind. See if it feels better then. Because maybe he needs to take a minute or something. I don't think he does. I think all he needs to do, be able to just have that confidence to throw that fucking pushback. Don't pretend to have the confidence to throw the pushback. JF is smart enough to where he should have been able to throw something back at Ralph to where he would, bam, done, boom, end. And he didn't do that.
All the IQ.
I agree. He
hit the eject button, and he
did not take the bans. And that's why after I yelled at him, I said, if I ever have Ralph on and you don't want to be there, then you leave. And he's like, okay, fair enough. He's like, I'll tolerate Ralph. Not that I'm saying I want to have Ralph on every fucking day, but
I get
it comes to a point where I want Ralph on the show for whatever reason, and he's available and wants to come on. If Jeff's gonna be like, no, I don't want him on, it's like, all right, well, it looks like you're gonna be off the show because I want him on.
Here's the main point.
Your fucking channel. Yeah.
You two have a really. I get that. All right, it is Andy's channel. If I wanted to be, if I like straight up didn't like JF and I thought that it was shitty and shit, would I be pushing for you to kick him off the channel? I'm doing the opposite.
Of course, no. I love
you to give him not another extra chance, but 2 or 3 extra chances almost. I'm telling you that to do just sit down and have a talk with him. If he says, "Well, I need a minute or something," give him that fucking minute.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, give him plenty of chance. You two have a really fucking good dynamic. It works. You two bouncing off of each other when it's happening, it fucking works. Sometimes you apparently go down really fucking monotonous paths for a lot of people. A lot of people are like, well, they talk about the same things. Whatever. I think you and Jeff, I think you do have a good dynamic. I don't know what you could what would be on the table for you guys to fuck with other than what you have fucked with or whatever to do some stuff, whatever you feel like doing, but that's not important. You have a good dynamic. There's no sense in it being sacrificed over this. There's no sense in it being fucked up over anything this simple. There's no sense in any of that shit.
Well, I think even with yesterday, I made it like I see we did what 3 or 4 good episodes about new subjects, new people came in. It was good times. And Chris Cantwell, we brought him on about the FBI stuff. The moment he goes on about the Jews and the fucking, white, the ethno state, I instantly was like, that's why I did so much weird questions yesterday. Cause I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like and JF, like he understands this. I literally put my fucking foot down and just started being just really funny about the whole situation yesterday. Cause I'll agree with people. I said this to JF already. The white ethno state, we get it. We get the conversation up aspect of it. Then he starts talking about murdering Jews. It's like, okay, this guy's just fucked up.
The ethno state has become the Viva la Raza of
of my chat. Yeah, and our last 3 episodes before that, some of the best shows we've ever had. Fun, fucking different.
He's cringy as fuck, and nobody likes him.
I'm mirroring baked. Someone said, yeah, I am so mirroring baked.
Sure.
We'll have those conversations when JF has those people on. That's why we're segmenting shit. The segments are to have what JF and I both want on. So if he wants to, I don't hate that conversation. It's just how many times can you have the conversation before you're like, I get it. You don't like Jewish people. Holy fuck.
Well, I don't even care about it. You can have like a million different conversations, but that's not the fucking point. I don't mind listening to people crack it. I don't care. I don't mind that. I can listen to those
Hey,
conversations.
hey,
They don't
it's
bother
not. Hey, by the way, it's not toxic for me. I've had those conversations for what 3 months. It's not. I don't care. You could say when you talk about murdering people, though.
No.
That's YouTube guidelines. I don't.
Okay,
give a
all right,
fuck.
hold on,
That's
hold on.
different.
Okay, maybe, all right, maybe that steps over a line or whatever. Like for me, like somebody's talked about like
I want a
chunking
fucking
people off a
job,
cliff.
dude. I want a fucking job.
I
Fucking,
get what
I
you're
mean?
saying, but we've had people talk about throwing people off cliffs or kill themselves all the fucking time. That seems
No,
it just
but he
doesn't
was
seem
specific on who it was.
maybe. Maybe that does go over the line. You probably know more specific. That's
I'm
fine,
not-
but
I'm
that's
not
not
risking-
even what I'm talking about, man.
No, I'm reading the
Not
chat.
even what
I'm reading
talking.
the chat. People think that I was saying things were
Oh.
too toxic. Yeah. Well, talking about murdering a specific person for being Jewish, I'm not risking my channel for that. Even JF is very self-aware and said that too. We're gonna repost it somewhere else.
I mean, if
That's
you're
it.
specifically saying I'm going to kill this person, here's their name. I think that could get you arrested where I live too. That's called terroristic threat where I live. So yeah, you cannot name the person. If you did that, then yeah, you were right not to put that on the air because you can get fucked up for that. I don't just. Is that what he said? He named somebody and was like,
It was
Halsey.
Yeah, there's a cunt he doesn't like, and he said he'd put the cunt in the wood chip. Blah blah blah.
"Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. That's sounds kind of facetious."
Here's
to
the
me.
point.
No,
Honestly, it sounds a little bit hyperbolic. To me.
No, I asked him to make it hyperbolic, and he's like, "No, I would seriously do that. Anyone who came in, I would murder them. We have to murder them."
if you
He
asked
was-
him, if he clarified
He
himself
kept
that it wasn't
rolling with it for 20 minutes about murdering people.
Oh, dude, if
And
you
he
clarify,
was serious.
it's not hyperbolic, and then continue on a path of like just almost like
laughing.
a weird guy writing in the corner, just like I'm gonna fucking do this to him and rape his face and shit. Yeah, you're kind of in that place of deranged.
And if people think, "Oh, I'm being soft on this," go ahead, have your own channel and have someone talking about murdering Jewish people for real on your channel for 20 minutes. Fucking Baked Alaska lost his main channel for fucking having angling saying he would taser Jewish people.
No, maybe. Okay.
Maybe I'm not gonna risk it for
No,
fucking some
I feel you.
interview.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel you. That's fine. Maybe that is the case. I will give you that. People
you know
have
risk-
it, and if they wanted it clipped, it's not worth. I get it. The main thing, just fucking get the team on the same page.
And if
Like,
you
you
don't,
two-
we gonna throw you in a
don't-
fucking wood chipper, Randy.
Don't be fucking internet twins. Just fucking, get in there. You're a fucking tag team. You can go with
Like,
each other and shit,
got
but
the conversation
on the same
going on. I'm sorry. I will battle someone on my show if you're talking about murdering people. Yes, I will defend the non-murdering of people on my show.
Did
Because
you get into it with that guy over that?
yes,
that sucks.
Can we see this? Because this it sounds almost like he's being
Hold on,
hyperbolic.
it's not on YouTube.
He's
And Andy
not.
says it's not on
No,
YouTube
it's not
because
on
it could
YouTube.
get everything pulled down.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But okay, just I'm
I
fine
look,
with you pulling it down. I don't fucking mind.
yeah,
It's your channel.
but well, look, Cog, he was not being hyperbolic.
Right.
That's my point. I would know. I've said murdering. I've said racist things. I've said this. I said Hitler jokes. I'm fine with that stuff. But talking about an illegal activity is very risky to have on YouTube and not worth JF and mine's job.
Well, what about like talking about taking cocaine and stuff?
That's our gimmick.
That's
I know, but
that's fine too
it-
because that stuff is you're not saying I have
So it's not,
coke and I
an illegal
will do it,
activity,
I
more
will do it now.
an advocacy of murder. You would say not an illegal activity, but an actual advocacy of someone.
You
an
could say,
individual's
"Oh,
murder.
fucking," like, yeah, exactly. Also with drugs, it's different. Like, for example, Joe Rogan, all those dudes talk about doing drugs all the fucking time, DMT, all that fucking shit.
Who cares about that
It's
shit?
fun. But if you talk about the plans of murdering someone, this is
Yeah.
now into a violent territory. This is different. It's not just illegal.
Hold on.
It's
Dude, hold on,
violent.
calm down. Was this person kicked?
Who?
Did everybody freak out and kick this person?
About Chris?
Oh,
No.
The Cantwell guy.
No.
He
Chris
turned
Cantwell,
out
yeah,
and then
no.
Pride did it. Got rid of the fucking video.
I didn't kick him. No, we finished the interview.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. You finish it up. If you disagree with them, if you think they're a fucking asshole, you finish it, and you do whatever you want to do with it, but you finish.
Fair enough. I'll give. Like, I was thinking about downloading it and posting it somewhere else immediately, but it was JF was even the one, like, the violent stuff, you know, because it might be breaking, you know, the terms of service. I believe it is breaking terms of service. I'm for free speech, but talking about murdering people is now bringing it into like a very violent.
You're for free speech. YouTube's not for free speech, and they can fuck you over in one swoop.
What was that? That's not even like, there's like free speech, and then there's talking about murdering a bunch of people and advocacy for murder, which takes it into the illegal, the possibility of an illegal route, which now we're dealing with legal problems.
By the way, Andy, can you
So it
say
comes
that?
down to not planning felonies on stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andy, can you say that rape is not cool?
Rape is not cool.
Not cool.
Not at all.
No, I'm
I'm not lying about Cantwell. Shut up. The fucking chat, you fucking retard. Go watch it. Go watch the thing. And
There are
people
people-
call me a cuck because I was against murdering people. He said if they sneak into his country, I'm like, why don't you just, I don't know, deport them? He's like, no, we have to teach everyone a lesson. We have to be as harsh as possible. I'm like, by murdering them? He's like, yes.
So he wasn't wrong about everything, just when he was specifically saying he was going to do something to a person with a fucking name that could get you arrested. All right, I'm with that. All right.
I'll say right now, okay, look, I understand your concerns, Tonka, but my final words on JF is, as sensitive as he has been, love working with the dude. We all have our faults. I've done some dumb shit. He's forgiven me for stuff I've done, even though he doesn't agree with me. And that's how we have to keep the show running. If every little fight we have, we threaten to quit or fire, then it's gonna be just
Annoying.
just
It will
hence-
get tired. You'll kill it. You will be.
You just
ready
sound
to-
like indecisive little fucking bitches. That's how you literally. That's how you sound. Sorry, you do.
Way too soon. All right, way too soon.
Yeah. So me and him, that's why we made the term pineapple. Did you hear about that?
I've heard about pineapple. And I
So
swear
pineapple is
Okay.
when
that
we-
should not be necessary for you. Never mind.
but me and him are so different that
You're in your real on air have got to have that relationship, man, where you know he's always got your best interest in mind. If he tells you to shut the fuck up on air, it's because you need to shut the fuck up, not because he's just trying to get over on you.
yeah.
Maybe the sentiment that's being put out there. Can you trust your real? Can you trust your partner on air, man? Is he looking out for you in the show, or is he looking out for himself? You just something to ask yourself.
I'm not necessarily on that part.
I think
I
he's
believe
looking,
that JF benefits from your show.
100%.
That's
He understands.
That's not wrong. But
I
I'm not even
benefit
on
from having him on my show, 100%.
I don't know. Most of it, all right. Now I don't know. I've told you. Like if I ever like I probably have to talk to fucking JF. I don't know what the fuck he does, but I sleep when you do your fucking show.
I've invited you on many times and you never show up.
Don't talk shit, Andy.
That's true.
Calm down, Andy. Calm down. Andy, do you think if JF's channel was doing gangbusters, he would have you on as a co-host?
Probably not.
Okay, that's all I had to ask.
Again,
I'll walk away.
again,
Hold on.
I benefit for having him on my show. He understands that. It's a mutual business relationship. That's what it is. My channel, before it was fucking dying a miserable death. Miserable death. I understand that this weird dynamic, this weird show we have, with two different people has made it so much more interesting that we have a lot more viewers. The audience is torn. Half are saying kick Andy, half are saying kick JF. They're battling each other. It's this weird fucking dynamic.
Oh, that is weird.
And I fucking love it. Me and him are very self-aware after we're done a show. Even if we fight. We're very self-aware. We understand that, oh, okay, we fought. I was actually mad at you, but that was entertaining for the audience to watch us fucking fight each other. So who cares? If you're going to be actually hurt feelings-wise, let me know now and yell pineapple, because it's not going to work if every time we fight, we're going to threaten each other. We understand this. I understand he's sensitive, but I'm not going to threaten him every time he has a little meltdown, because I have meltdowns constantly and he deals with it. He doesn't care. We understand we're working with two people who shouldn't really be hosting a show together. That's what show like we're running. We're running a show where no one in their fucking right mind would hire us to be co-hosts with each other.
Here's the thing. I would. I think you two should host a show together.
Yeah.
What that show structure is and how it plays out, not my business. But I wouldn't give a shit to say any of this if I didn't think you two should. I would just tell you to fire the fuck.
Yeah. And I would never do that because I love our show. People think, oh, you were in a fight with JF, you should fire him. I get DMs like that. I'm like, why would I fire someone I had a fight with? Unless it was like really serious. Like that's the thing, is we're in this fucking IBS fucking thing. Yeah, we're gonna have fights. Who would want to be my co-host if every time Andy disagrees with me, he just threatens to fire me? I don't think JF would want to handle that or deal with that shit. And I wouldn't blame him for not wanting to deal with that shit. And we're going to have arguments. We're going to have fights. We disagree on some things. He's been like having a lot more fun too on the chill streams where we're not really discussing anything insane. He's been like, oh, it's interesting. It's different. I enjoy the intellectual stuff because it's different. But that's why we're mixing it up. And I think we're doing a damn good job at it. We will fight. That will not be our last fight. Not our first one, not our last one. And I'm not going to threaten him every time and go, it's my show, banned from the channel. No, I'm going to hear him out. I have to hear him out.
All right.
Because a lot of people think I should be more of an asshole boss.
I'm getting the vibe. You may feel like I'm kind of like ragging it. I don't want you to feel like I'm
no, I'm not. It's just all the things I'm hearing is every time I have like buddies of mine being like, I should fire him because it's my show. And I'm like, I don't think you get that I'm fine with.
Oh, no, I've heard that opinion. That's not necessarily my opinion. That's not what I'm saying. It's your opinion.
I'm not saying it's your opinion, no. Because you're obviously saying you like the show, the dynamic.
No, I like your dynamic.
Yeah.
I like the way you bounce together. You're doing you've got like different segments and stuff now, and you do it. You're going to get there to where you want it to be. I like the way that you two go back and forth with each other. I like. If I didn't, I wouldn't give a shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's the same fucking advice. Pretty sure that Medicare gave you this advice a couple months ago. Just know what you're doing before you go out in the ring. Simple.
Yeah. No, I know. But then sometimes we're gonna hit those patches where the unexpected happens. You know, emotions fly, something happens, and voila, you're now in the middle of an argument. We have to be okay with those arguments too, because we're not like, I know it's gay to say, but we're not fucking perfect. We're both emotional people who think so differently from each other. And I understand like that, but that's why when he
Emotional.
does something that I don't like, I will say it. I will fess up. I'm not gonna hold it in and get like resentful and stuff. I'm gonna be like, yo, what did you do that for? Like, why would you do that?
I mean,
Stop
fuck the French.
Stop using the word emotional, please.
He's an emotional. I've been more chill. He's gotten a little bit more emotional. He sees that too, though. I think he has to just like breathe, take it easy and relax.
Andy, have you ever seen the movie A League of Their Own? Where Tom Hanks
no, but
coaches
I've heard
a
of
bunch
it.
girls? You've not seen that? Okay, well, there's a scene. Tom Hanks grabs the girl, pulls her aside, and because she's crying during the baseball game, and he explains to her, "There's no crying in baseball."
Explains it to her by screaming, "There's no crying in baseball" in her face.
Okay, I'm being nice. Being nice.
Oh, okay. I see where this is going.
Fucking funny
Listen to
scene,
me.
Andy.
I'm saying this to both of you. There are no emotions in blood sports.
That's the
You hear
thing
me?
is how do you know?
I know,
There are,
Andy,
obviously
no.
there are though. Obviously there are though.
But there
Your
are
blood
with
sports-
the jobbers,
hang on,
the people
hang on,
who come and
hang on.
go.
Your blood. This is why I want people. This is what I have to keep reminding people. Your blood sports is different than my blood sports.
Well, yeah, and your blood sport should be even less emotional than mine.
Why?
You're talking about politics and science in some cases. How the fuck do you get emotional about science?
Because here's the magic, Tonka, is that we let our emotions go. That's what makes it interesting. Is we're humanized. I think JF and I, we allow our human side, our emotion, to be there, which is either anger, frustration, annoyance. That's gonna happen. And we're fine with that though. And on top of that, Tonka, the audience loves it. If you look at the crowd while we're fucking arguing over something, they're like cheering, they're booing me or booing him. If we're just, hello, how are you, remove all the emotion, then what the fuck's the point? Like, it's just gonna be just having little chats.
Oh, no, you can make impassioned arguments. You can get into your arguments, but I'm talking when you get emotional.
But that's part of the passion. Well, you don't agree with me?
All right, no, I'm all right. When women do it, it's emotional. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to be emotional.
It's not faggy emotional, I don't think.
Is it not? Is it not?
No, it's not faggy emotional. It's
There's
like
times it's got pretty
real.
gay.
It's
You
real.
have a safe word, Andy.
Yeah, but that's just a fucking joke. That's a mockery.
You did sound very feminine before, though, when it was like, I don't need to tell him this again. It's been happening on the show and stuff like that. It's
terrible for
directness.
2 p.m.
What-
here in Gulf City. 82 degrees. The
Thank
high today
you,
will be 84.
God damn it.
Low tonight will be
No offense,
68
it should
with
be
a 13-mile-per-hour wind coming off the coast. Suspected Waffle House gunman nabbed after 36 hours on the lam. Nashville police have the suspected Waffle House gunman in custody. The man who ran butt naked into a Waffle House and started laying motherfuckers down with hot lead. Our best of luck and to him from Gulf City. And 10 bodies now in the Toronto Truck of Peace incident. And we remind the
Really?
Toronto Police
Is
Department
this for
that-
real?
Yes, and we remind. That's right, Andy. You keep denying. Just pretend plausible deniability. You knew nothing about it. We remind the
Knew nothing
Toronto
about it.
police and the Nashville police, for that matter, if they want to come sniffing around, that Andy was with us the entire time. There's 5 of us here. We saw him, guys in the chat. You will all be held as witness that Andy was with us during this incident. So don't worry about that.
I don't know, guys. I think this could be just a really elaborate recording. I think there's only way to find out if this is really Andy or not.
Viva la raza!
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Splish, splash, bash, and Kilroy.
First of all, okay, two things. First of all, okay, I get it. I understand. Thank you.
All right, hold on. Let me figure it out there.
I appreciate your input. I really do. This is your observational input. And yeah, man, that's my honest answers.
Okay.
And
since I did so much damage to Failure's like to dislike ratio, if you think I'm right, you should probably press like, because everyone who thinks that I was not right pressed dislike.
What happened?
Very unhappy. Well, I saw someone in chat say, keep going with dislikes if you think Tonka's wrong. Okay, well, if you think I'm right, then do the like thing for Failure. I don't want to fuck up someone else's like bar. My like bar, I give a fuck about.
That's not nice out there, man. You know, there's making fun of motherfuckers, just roasting them, then there's going a step too far, dude. Calling Andy open.
Actually,
you can't be calling Andy Opie. That's not right.
No,
that's not okay.
Not even in the chat. No, sir. Mean.
No, but here's a good
Shame.
question someone asked. The Journey says it's blood sports. Why would fighting be a problem, Tonka?
People in here, it's gonna y'all gonna make me say it.
I know. You get good, yeah.
Shut up, Cog.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Shut up, audience. Shut the fuck up. I am trying to help not internet friend. All right, I'm trying to help somebody here. You're being shitty. Stop that. You know what you're doing.
It appears the Stephen Blackman wars have begun on the like and dislike ratio down there.
The Stephen Blackman wars are being won handily. Just since we mentioned something. Do you see what I'm talking about? It's a very vocal minority that will not just let some conversations happen. And that's in every case. Not just this one, not just a particular fan base. With almost every fan base, it's always a very small minority that is very fucking loud. Have your fucking conversations. But when you do it, don't be gay. Don't cry. Don't cry.
I don't cry.
Don't fucking cry, please. Please don't cry. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You think he was being a bit gay? Just say it. Just be honest. Was JF being a flaming homosexual when he was crying?
It was too fucking much. It was too fucking much, okay? It's really hard to explain all of this stuff without going into the goddamn crying, okay? Fuck off. Yes, it was the crying. The crying is what pushed me over the edge. I dodged it until this weekend. Somebody showed it to me. All of this put into context of everything. It's gotta fucking stop, okay? You guys gotta quit this shit. Don't do this. Please don't do this.
Hey, look, I didn't cry. I got mad. But if he's gonna cry, that's his problem, and it makes
it's like
he has to deal with the consequences of looking like a bitch if he's being a bitch.
It's like that guy after a fist fight who's crying, who's all like, "I'm just crying because I'm mad."
But like Andy's the dude that will take off running through the street naked, just tearing his clothes off in the street because he thinks something bad may have happened. It was, oh God,
now,
he'll
Tonka,
go like crazy.
I don't know if they had me piped in during the news segment into your cans, but a Waffle House gunman that was definitely not Andy Worski literally got butt naked, ran through the streets, and shot up a Waffle House. This may not be the analogy we need to make if we want to keep our man on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Run through the streets naked, bad look.
Yeah.
By the way, Nick Fuentes tweeted out apparently like Baked Alaska is innocent. I've already.
It depends on of what.
Of what? Yeah.
Yeah. I've already said a million times about the doxing thing. He was framed. Fair enough. But goddamn, was he a fucking rat and a little bitch? That was legit crying right there. You want to talk about crying?
You're being accused of being a rat.
Me?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Bates Alaska was just acting like an N-word.
Yeah, I know, me too. Why am I a rat for what?
Oh no, I had to talk to Paul Siegel yesterday because he felt like you were a rat trying to out those drug dealers.
I was legitimately bluffing. I said that a million times. People like to hear little clips. I was DMing people who were like, "Don't say it," and I'm like, "I'm not going to. Relax. I'm just trying to." I was trying to fucking make Baked Alaska so afraid that he would have shut his mouth, but he called my bluff, and I had to admit. And then no one gave a fuck, which is perfect.
Right. Paul's ego wants to Kumite you this week.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
If I can get a fucking word in, that rambling fuck. I'm just joking. I like Paul's ego.
Do they still do the Drunken Peasants?
No.
Billy
TJ,
LaFridge.
Scott, and him
Yeah.
split.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a bad breakup. Scotty got the kids.
And Scotty got the
Are you
kids.
kidding?
Okay.
All right. Well, it's getting late in the thing. Maybe we need to read some signs and do the rapidy wrap up thing.
Maybe. Okay, failure. Do you think anybody think I'm being shitty?
I don't think you're being shitty. No, you're just being honest. Like, I mean,
Okay.
you're just saying,
He don't even know what you were saying. All right, no, you were being shitty. He wasn't listening this whole time.
know.
no, look, I'm fine with people. I mean, if you're gonna speak your piece, yeah, go ahead, man. Like that, I'm not gonna.
I prefer to speak it to JL, but I'm assuming
I'm not gonna.
like,
I'm
he
not
does
gonna,
shit through the fucking day. But one day, yeah, I'll sit down and fucking talk. I'll talk to JF about it. I'll say the same shit.
Yeah, no, I know.
Anytime, any other time, I've been in things where I've had to like take up for the fucking guy because I don't fucking. I don't know. People come at him over the dumbest shit in the world. This is an actual problem. The dumb shit people go at JF over is annoying. It gets tired. It gets pedantic. It's tired as fuck. This is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get it fixed. Everybody fix it. No more crying. Ever. Failure.
Hey,
Write that on the memo. Ever.
More, though.
Andy.
No, you want to know why I hope he cries more? Because he has to deal with the consequences of crying.
We don't need him dealing with.
Hang on.
You're a tag team.
Hang on,
that's your partner, man. Like-
it's funny.
That's me wishing for people to do bad shit to failure.
Not bad. That's not bad shit. Is different than watching failure cry. If failure cried right now, I would laugh so hard.
I think you guys should really have each other's backs. Make sure you got each other's backs.
I do.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying
I do,
you don't.
but if he wants to cry, it's funny. Whatever.
Hey, Con, we're just talking here.
Shut
No,
up, AP.
Watch, hey, man. I will
Andy?
slap that face.
Andy,
You
listen.
up right now.
Listen, it is
Go
a
ahead.
big, wide fucking internet. All right. If you got a partner there, you guys need to have each other's back.
No, I do have
Okay.
his back. I always have JF's
All right.
back. I'm just fucking around. But if a little tear rolls down his cheek, it's kind of funny. I'll say that.
By the way, Andy, you're a fucking piece of shit.
I know, obviously.
You gotta get back to people when they're being threatened with rape and stuff because of you. All right.
Yeah, no, that sponsor. Last night I had to go to my folks' house, hang out with Sinead for a little bit. I didn't
Get
Skype
high,
her right away.
fucking-
Hold on.
fucking
By the way,
sniff
you
coke.
have their back until they do something shitty. This
Oh
is
yeah,
this is
exactly.
not shitty. This is a problem.
Yeah, no, this is
Like I don't even think when he did that it was him.
Oh shit, hang
being
on, hey,
shitty.
Yeah, one sec.
Hold on, he has to do a line real quick. Got his courage up. Got his. So you've been keeping on the DL with your thoughts of Jeff, and finally this week is when it pops up.
No. I've had the same thoughts about JF until this weekend, like a day ago.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, no, this ain't hello?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, this is not like backstabbing shitty fuck JF. This is like
No,
whatever. He like that happened. It's a moment in
No,
time.
what I was talking about with J, like I don't think he was. I still don't consider that wasn't shitty, but that's a problem.
Yeah, well, you know it's also a problem when I start freaking out and then I have a meltdown and I burn a few bridges I may or may not have.
And what do I tell you when you do that?
Yeah, you say stop being a bitch or whatever. And I accept it though. That's the magic. See that's why if every time I did that, you're like, Andy, we're gonna have to ban you from the show. I'd be like, well, there's no point even being on the show because I'm gonna freak out once in a while. It's gonna happen.
All right. Andy.
So I forgive JF because it's nothing serious, and I love working with him.
No, it seems. Look, you have good fucking chemistry, good dynamic.
Yeah,
good
yeah, but definitely.
No need for it to end
Over
Surely.
something dumb. Yeah.
when it can easily be nipped in the bud, especially over situations like this.
Mm.
You're both better.
Exactly.
He
But I
can't be this
appreciate
sensitive.
your
You gotta roll.
observation in our dynamic. I'll tell JF you thought he was being a little bitch.
You may want to tell him more than that.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can-
just
you can
kidding.
put that in there, but you may want to elaborate.
I'm just yeah. I'm just fucking with you.
All right.
No, I appreciate it. And look, the audience gets torn between me and JF. I get it.
Well, it's his audience and your audience. These are two very different audiences.
Yeah, we're trying to, bridge
No,
the gap, but they hate each other.
Well, some of them do hate each other, but there is a little bridge there. There's a little bridge between a lot of audiences. A lot of people they went to other shows and they picked out which one they liked, and then they dipped off of the others. This is how watching shit works. It's just how it is.